Anyways, news segment time. The news. So I'm going to share my screen, and we'll talk about.
News.
We'll talk about.
Kind of news. Watching live.
So, Pacific Northwest. So it's basically we're just talking about just.
Can you move over? How did you do that?
Do what?
Oh, I did that.
What are you doing?
Never mind. Read.
Anyways, so yeah, the whole world is experiencing massive heat waves. Like these, we're hitting temperatures. Look at this, 122 degrees Fahrenheit. Before the high temperatures reach their annual average peak. So they're at 122 before they're even like close to what it should be, the hottest part. Oh, they're talking about these places are reaching near the
Wait, hang on a second. Why is it?
rising near above 120 degrees can melt crayons, warp railroad tracks, soften asphalt, and extend the takeoff distance of airplanes. He is to tell you type of weather and casualty and yeah, its casualties outnumber big name disasters like hurricanes, tornadoes, floods, and wildfires. Following Saturday's blowtorch somewhere. Oh my gosh, with a 125.2 degrees in the United Arab Emirates. That's the hottest it's ever been there. The last record was set in July 2nd, 2017. So apparently this crosses the threshold of what is like, it's okay for human beings to be outside. And this is in a part of the world. I mean, it's in the United Arab Emirates, so it's in this part of the Middle East. It's a little more developed than say other parts of the Middle East, but still not like everybody has air conditioning. The power it's going to be consistent. It's not. It's in a part of the world where power outages are frequent and expected, and where air conditioning isn't everywhere and anywhere. So
Sorry about that.
when people talk about global warming being a disease caused by the rich affecting the poor, it is. Us here in our rich country, we caused global warming, but we're not feeling the effects because we're not in that part of the world. Now, we actually are, if we go and look at these other articles, like this one, for example. North is hitting 112 degrees in Oregon. That's not supposed to happen. Which I think it's interesting because we're actually experiencing some pretty nice weather at the moment. It's very nice, wouldn't you say? It's 80s. Hello?
No, sorry, I had to leave. Dry was beeping at me because, well, see, normally I clean up the lint every time before I started, but today I guess I forgot. It was beeping at me because the lint was super full. No one had cleaned it prior to me using it.
How do your roommates don't clean the lint?
Well, whoever used it last didn't.
Jesus. And the one
So it was completely full, and I guess the dryer has like a sensor, and it would start beeping like it was done. I was like, "What the hell? Why? How is it done already?" Well, I go to look at it. The sensor for clean lint was beeping.
Well,
Yes, no one's been cleaning the lint.
Okay, so
usually I do it every time I use it, but today I forgot just because I was in a rush.
So what was the last thing you remember me talking about?
The heat wave. We're talking about the heat wave.
Right. What part?
I guess they hit 122 degrees, and it's like not even summer yet, or just summer's just started.
125.3 degrees in
I thought
Pakistan.
125 was a record, and they hit 122.
No. 124 was the record. They hit 125.
Oh, what was 122?
Nothing. I never said 122. I said 112, but that was in
Oh, wait,
Portland,
scroll up
Oregon.
to the top.
The one you're currently looking at is Oregon.
Oh, wait. Oh, wait. This is Oregon. Oh,
There
the
was
article
one for
before.
the Middle East.
Wait, scroll down. Right there, which, oh, they joined 150 degrees, which equals 122. That's what I remember. Yeah, that's 122.
Apparently, I guess the U.S. would have been the first country to break that club because we still hold the record for the hottest temperature ever recorded on planet Earth, which is like
Oh,
a
it is.
hundred.
It's in Lebanon. It's Liberia. Look it up. It's 138 or something like that.
I just looked it up
138.6.
today. It's still Death Valley.
Did they break it?
No, Death Valley still holds the record as of like an hour ago. Hot. Watch. Hottest temperature ever recorded on Earth. 134.1
Oh,
degrees.
they're the former record. That's what it was. It was decertified in 2012.
What was decertified?
The Libya record. See, I read about the Libya record when they broke it. Well, then in 2000, and see, I thought that was a record. Well, then apparently in 2012 they decertified it as a record.
Why they decertified
So
it?
it is still Death Valley hit
34
129,
point, 134.1.
134
It's on my screen.
in 1913.
Yeah.
Then there was a record prior, which I don't know when. It just says they were decertified in 2012.
Did it say why?
So,
I can't believe.
the highest record would be so if the 1913 records were decertified, the highest record would still be Death Valley of 129.9 in 2020.
So, either way, the U.S. still holds the record and is still the first country to ever hit those kinds of heats. So,
Yeah. That's because I remember reading that Lydia had broke Libya, whatever it is, that they had broke the record. Well, I didn't never heard they had decertified it.
ah,
And they did, and that was in 2012.
ah. Well,
So
anyways,
yeah, that's my bad on my part.
yeah, 100. So these extreme temperatures they're a big problem. This is the scariest part. The hurricanes, the tornadoes, those are scary, but this heat and droughts, that's a big deal. Especially because, well, the hotter something gets, the more water it needs to survive. And water is not an infinite resource. It's a finite resource. And there's only so much groundwater we can use. And the hotter it gets, the less likely it is to rain. And which means we can't collect water to, drink or shower with or whatever. The biggest thing that's going on right now is the Hoover Dam, they're considering shutting it down for hydroelectric power because there's not enough water. There's just drought, and it's all being caused by a massive high pressure bubble that forms over the four corners every year.
In case you're curious, the record was in 1922.
For what?
When Libya hit. They don't say what their temperature. Oh, It's 58 Celsius.
That's
Celsius
really warm.
Fahrenheit.
That is like you go outside, you're gonna get burned warm.
136.
Oh,
In 1922, they measured 136.
that's like you go outside, you're gonna get burnt.
They decertified that in 2012, and now it's 134. It's 56.7. What did you read?
134.1. That's what my screen says.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So this heat though, it's scary because this isn't just like it's gonna happen in other places. If there's anything that's gonna affect us, it's this heat. We're lucky this year because the high pressure system is out in the sandhills and not here, so it's causing drought there and not here.
But
But
imagine if we had 134 and humidity and like 90% humidity.
that's what they're having right now in Pakistan. They're having
Really?
125
It's humid?
with 100% humidity.
Wow.
It's past the
raining.
threshold of people to survive.
They're saying it's raining.
Oh, sorry, no, but it's like 90% humidity.
Oh.
That's.
I think 100 is technically raining.
Oh, okay. Anyways, no. Well,
Is that what that means? Does 100% means it's raining?
you're in a cloud.
In a cloud.
It just means
The 100 just means the air cannot get any more saturated.
yeah. So I mean, theoretically, there would.
It's raining.
No. Because that the clouds may have reached 100%. Rain and humidity are two different things. It's complicated. It's not the same thing. All right.
All right.
It's complicated. Anyways, but this stuff, this heat. I was talking to a guy at this funeral, and he's like, "We haven't had rain in weeks, and it is dry, so dry." And I'm like, in 2030, it's said the sandhills are gonna be a desert, and he's like, "Nah, what climate change, fake, blah 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 blah." And I'm like, "You don't even know, dude. You don't even know. Okay? The sandhills are going to be a desert in his lifetime, and he is blind. That's the worst part about this. People are blind to what is actually happening.
Sandhills are going to be a desert.
Going to be a desert by the 2030s. Or at least
That just means that we won't have to worry about tornadoes next time we go out there. Not tornadoes, hailstorms.
Nobody gonna have to deal with dust storms.
There are going to be nothing
But there'll be no more
out there.
hailstorms when we go drive out there.
Phil, don't know. There's going to be nothing out there. There's not going to be people out there. There's going to be nothing there for them.
But the monuments will still be there.
There aren't going to be people there, though, Phil. They're there because the cattle are there. You can't feed cattle sand.
But I'm just saying you can go visit it.
There's not going to be anybody there for you. They're going to have it closed. It's going to be too damn hot.
Hey, can you not visit Death Valley?
Sure, go visit Death Valley. Death Valley is also a dry heat.
I'm saying that you can still go there. You can still drive out there.
Listen,
I'm saying just because
listen,
there's
I
no
know,
one there,
but you're
doesn't mean you can't
over.
drive out.
You're ignoring the biggest problem here. That nobody cares. 2021 is the biggest show that global warming is a problem and that we're going to have to face it in the next 5 years or we're going to have major consequences. And I'm not just talking Pakistan. I'm not talking just India. I'm not talking the sandals. We're going to see it everywhere. We already are. June was so damn warm there for a week. It shouldn't have been that warm in June. June should be like it is right now. But the funny thing is, this is the end of June. It should be 100 degrees, but it's not. And that's because of global warming.
Oh, so it's going to start getting colder out now.
No, Phil. Don't just say those things, because there are people who are going to watch this and think you're being serious.
All right.
That's the problem. Nobody's taking this seriously. COVID, honestly, at this point, screw it. It's not a problem. All right? I realize India and all those other developing countries, they're having problems. But they're also feeling the effects of global warming. They can't really do anything about it. But us here in the rich countries, we can.
So what do you recommend we do?
It is our moral responsibility to do something. Stop.
And what should be the first thing we do?
First thing you do is try and get the most fuel efficient vehicle you can possibly own. Start, you know.
What if tomorrow we decide to just close all gas stations? Nobody can get any more gas.
It's not going to fix the problem.
You got? What?
That's not going to fix the problem.
What do you mean? No more gas is being produced. It'll help. It's a start.
No, because they're going to start burning more coal. Or they're going to start using other fuels.
I'm saying no more train, coal, no nothing.
Well, okay, you're going to shut down the whole of human society. That's a great idea. And what about the people that can't get to work without a car?
Oh, I guess the government's going to have to, forfeit some more money.
That ain't happening. It's... Economics is a human construct, yet we can decide whether we should obey by it or not. And we won't.
How many cars do we have? Do we have enough? Can we create enough electric cars? Give every family in the U.S. a free electric car?
No.
Oh?
No.
Don't have enough?
No.
I was just thinking that's what we do.
Even if you did, where are you going to get the power to power them?
Tesla. You go to like a little charging station.
Where are you going to get the power to power them?
IV.
Where are they going to get the power to power them?
Oh, solar panel factories that and hydro and nuclear power and solar power and wind power.
You can't build one of those plants overnight. You can build a charging station and you can build a car overnight.
We already have nuclear power plants. We already have.
You can't. There's a reason we still use coal, Phil. It's not because it's cheap. It's because we have the availability. It's there. We need power. We're gonna use it. There's not enough power being generated, and the grid could barely withstand it anyways. All right, this isn't like you can't just fix this overnight.
Well, you can certainly try.
You're
that attitude.
You're gonna.
With that attitude, sir.
Phil, I want everybody in America to start driving electric.
Oh.
But the grid can't handle it.
Yet.
Look at... Do you remember what happened in Texas this winter?
Yeah, that's why I said yet.
And that's because it got cold. It ain't gonna get there, Phil. That's a 20-year project you're talking about. By then, it's too late. I'm arguing that it's too late.
If we start tomorrow, we'll build the grid up.
It's too late.
I know, so if it's too late, why do we just say, just with it? Let's just continue what we're doing now.
Because at least we can stop the stuff that'll happen in 2050 and 2060.
If we make it that far.
We can't stop the stuff that'll happen in 2030. 2030 is... What happens the next 2 decades is guaranteed to happen. I honestly don't
it's still predictions.
There's nothing stopping it.
It's still predictions.
They're not just predictions. We were wrong.
Becoming a desert by 2030?
Phil, we were wrong when we thought the climate change was going to be 50 years in the 80s. 50, 60, 100 years. We thought we had 100 years. We had 20.
To be fair, in the 80s...
12.
To be fair, though, 50 years of the 80s is 2030.
Right. But we started seeing the effects in in 2000.
Yeah, but like, major.
They were
like you
off
said, major
by
effects
30
2030.
years.
If we made these predictions in 2080, that is 50 years. Plus, they also didn't account for
It
overpopulation.
isn't
Population
overpopulation.
is growing and growing and growing.
Listen, if they were off then, they're gonna be off now. And if history's just
You think
itself,
a desert in 10 years?
Phil, all it takes is for it to stop raining and snowing. That's all it takes. A place can become a desert in a year.
Suppose.
It doesn't take much. Especially out there because they're already on the threshold. They're in a steppe climate. They're on the threshold of what's considered a desert and what's not. Anyways, what'd you have for...
Also, I should also probably mention, though, that, I mean, while this is not normal, climate change and environments changing is normal. Because North African monsoon winds affect the Sahara Desert. Have you ever heard the term the green savanna?
Yes, I know about the green savanna.
Every, 12,500 years, the Sahara Desert transitions from being a desert to tropical jungle, back to desert, regularly.
Yes. But
So,
this
I mean,
kind of...
I guess I don't know what the records were. I don't know if we really have records what America was like 12,500 years ago. But I'm sure, while it may seem like it's coming too early, I feel like there are certain environmental effects that are going to happen that are inevitable.
Phil,
And I
this
guess we
is
just don't know
all-
what they are just because we weren't around this continent making records 12,500 years ago.
Right. But Phil, this doesn't it doesn't matter. This is this is correlation of human activity.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what my point is. It could be coming too early.
What could be coming too early?
Climate change. Ice ages. Actually, we do know that there was an ice age 10,000 years ago.
Right. But we're not headed towards any one of those. We're headed towards Venus.
Yeah, and then, give it, another 10,000, 50,000 years, and I'm sure it'll go back to normal. And then, what we considered it normal.
Right. But we're gonna get to that. But we're gonna get to the point of inhabitability before then, and then what?
Uninhabitability. Wait, uninhabitability. Is it inhabitable?
Inhabitable.
Inhabitable means you can live there.
Sorry, uninhabitable. We're gonna get to
Uninhabitable.
we're gonna get to a point of uninhabitability long before we ever get to that point. They're already at that point. Pakistan hit that point.
Inhabitability is not a word, apparently.
They're at the point of it's uninhabitable.
Uninhabitable is a word. Uninhabitable.
It's probably like
Yeah.
thaw and unthaw. They both mean the same thing.
Yeah, but yeah. And so my point is, inhabitable and habitable mean the same thing.
So I was
Add
using
"un" in front of it, and so it's like it sounds like a double negative. That's how you have to say it.
right.
a
Unthaw
weird thing.
is a double negative, but whatever.
Thaw, thaw,
Thaw means
defreeze.
to melt.
defreeze.
Unthaw
What about
also means to
defreeze
melt.
and freeze? Defreeze? Is defreeze a word?
Defreeze.
That means thaw. No, defreeze is up.
Hello.
To refreeze.
I don't know. Okay. Let's get to your articles here.
Oh.
You gonna share your screen?
I thought I couldn't do that.
You're You're not going to share your articles?
No, I can try. I thought I couldn't do that.
What do you mean you thought you couldn't do that?
Um,
Do 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 do
to figure out how to do that.
do 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 do
You said share screen, right?
right.
Oh, wait, Chrome tab.
Alrighty, so Phil can't figure it out within the next 2 minutes.
Can you see it?
Watch stream. Boop, 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 boop. Yes. Alright, so what?
Oh, there's all these ads.
Well,
Alright.
alright, so what have you.
World's.
This
I
is
haven't read it.
great. All the viewers at home, this is a live podcast.
Anyways, so what have you presented to us today?
World's first lab-grown meat factory just opened up.
Fantastic. Israel. Interesting.
An Israeli biotech company, Nature Meat, has opened up, which claims to be the world's first industrial cultured meat facility.
1,000
1,100 pounds of lab-grown meat rather than plant-based.
They can do about 1 cow a day. It's very slow.
It's a huge step.
Right. I'm just saying, 1 cow a day is pretty slow. The company also claims the process is 20 times faster than raising animals and slaughtering them.
80% less greenhouse emissions, 90% less land, 99% less land, 96% less water.
That water one's pretty key. I
Yeah.
like that.
Cell-based chicken, pork, and lamb products. The capability to produce beef coming soon.
I don't want ground up. Ground up pork is just sausage, so that sounds good. However, chickens and that kind of stuff are much better for the environment, anyways, than beef. But it's $10.
What to read? You have to click on a different article. I don't know much about how they do it though.
Either way, my question is, we have this
Want to
ability
know-
to do this. Why?
What?
Why don't we do that? Why can't we just make some start cloning humans? I really feel like if we started cloning humans, we could really learn a lot about.
Because it's unethical.
But we could learn so much about
Completely.
telomeres. All right, what's this?
This is just another. I was trying to find more about like how they produce this meat, and so I just clicked on this other article.
This has
They
nothing to
can
do with that.
produce Wagyu meat.
Why? Just make normal.
Do you want to
beef.
see the other article I had?
Nobody can afford Wagyu. Just make normal beef.
Wait, can you see this?
Yeah.
You can see Jeff Bezos is helping.
Jeff Bezos invests in a lot of things. I don't think he even realizes how much he invests.
No, but do you see that?
No.
Oh. Oh, so only. Oh, so I can't switch between tabs. Okay, let me try again.
Anyways, so are you gonna talk about your lab-grown meat, or are you just gonna?
Well, no, I see. I was going to, but I guess skimming through the article, it didn't have much to talk about, like how they.
Anyways, well, this is also this website looks like it just comes up with headlines. Helping to build a fusion power plant in the. Why? What is wrong with the United States?
I don't know.
It's Canadian. Why are they building?
Canadian Fusion Energy Company.
Demonstration. It's just a demonstration. I mean, fusion will solve a lot of problems if we can crack it, but we're still a decade away from it being everywhere. So anyways, what do you have to comment on fusion? It's a renewable source of helium. That's nice.
Yeah. I mean, personally, I think it's still years away.
I just said it's a decade away at least.
Oh. Years away.
I mean, I think the biggest problem is it takes too much. Well, the biggest problem is we don't have magnets that we can get to. We don't have superconducting magnets that we don't have to keep super cold. If we can keep them, if they can be at room temperature, then we can generate more power than it takes to, cause the fusion in the first place. That's what the problem is. And, well, room temperature superconductors are a long ways away still. We're not even sure if they're possible. Well, we know they're possible. Solid hydrogen is possible. Problem is, can we make enough solid hydrogen for it to be a viable process? To be a viable material in such a process. Anyways, anything else you have to say about your two topics you picked?
No.
Okay, so next time, let's make
Yeah,
sure,
next time.
let's make sure we have some more things to say, make notes, something. I guess we don't all have the gift of gab like I do. I can just talk about it. Whatever topic I find. Anyways,